Baldur's Gate 3. Are we back? Hello. Seems like we're back. But I have to bring back the game. Apologies. I was like, why is there only one person watching? Am I this boring to watch? But no, it's just that stream died for no reason. I mean, there is a reason. I know the reason. I didn't notice that the OBS just crashed. Okay, let's go to the life. Oh yeah, like every day. Oh. Okay, anybody here? Oh, stop it. I have to do some changes. I've got too many tabs open, I believe. Oh, it's okay, so what do I do now? Long story short, we crashed, we're looking for supplies. That's what happened. Can you play a guitar? I think it reset. Okay, we're back with Baldur's Gate. That's good. Long story short, we're looking for supplies. Oh, level up. How do I level up my cat? Wait, what happened now? Oh. Danger sense. You sense when things are not as they should be. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against trap spells and surfaces. To gain this benefit, you can be blind or actions. Reckless attack. I mean, accept. Oh, I can level up as well. Alright, are we back? Is anybody watching this stream? Long story short, we crashed. We need to build a base and supplies, etc. You need to do the basic RPG things that you do when you crash.
Something good here, I hope.
Supplies. Nothing good here. We are stranded. Bottle. Waypoint discovered. Oh, a mug. Ancient door. Okay, is this gonna be our base?
Something the matter?
Uh,
We haven't gone all that far yet. What are you referring to exactly? I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
sure.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Family, a friend, a lover. A lover. A lover.
Let's just say it's a very personal, very private acquaintance.
A lover.
I must admit, you've been a surprise. And
Oh.
not an unpleasant one.
Oh.
Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises?
I've already got a bard.
Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things.
Thinking is
We've
bad.
no solid
Don't
leads
do
right
it.
now, though. We'd best get hunting. If you discover anything that might help us, I'm all ears.
I'm gonna crack open your skull. That's true, but I take all the credit.
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
I will never forget, even though I've got intelligence -1.
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
I hate mystery. I'm gonna kill you.
Easy is often less interesting. Besides, we've plenty of reason to rely on each other already. You can't confide in just anyone about a monster in your head.
I love you.
Sweet of you, but don't worry. I'm sure you'll get to know me just fine by traveling together. No need for interrogations just yet.
Just yet.
Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Damn. Okay, leave. Where are you? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, goddamn.
Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Okay.
Ready.
What do we do?
Nothing will stand in my way.
Heading there.
Miss. You missed me. Ow, whoa, Die. Take your brain.
No mercy.
No mercy. I'm gonna destroy these silly brains.
Got to concentrate.
Now we're cooking. Who healed me? Was it the bard?
Can't afford to let up. You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Alright, we won.
Breathe deep and move.
Okay, we've won this skirmish. Oh. For Papa. Dangerous elements, huh?
Anything of use?
We'll see. Lock. That's how I do it. As a barbarian. Nothing in here. Nothing of note anyway. Nothing of note, it's all woke.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? There. Can you see it?
You're gonna betray me. I knew that was gonna happen.
Shh. Not a sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need her alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Ah, promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid.
What's your business?
I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod? Splendid. And now you're going to tell me exactly what you and those tentacled freaks did to me.
Well, well, how should I know?
Don't lie to me.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
I'm gonna, yeah, I've got a bonus. There you go, super success. Continue. I've done well.
I saw into your mind. They took you. Just the same as me. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. Indeed we are. Please, allow me to
I'm a brainless
introduce
barbarian.
myself. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. Is that so? We clearly move in different circles. So,
You douche.
do you know anything about these worms?
You're a worm. You betrayed me.
Turn us into...
What's so funny?
Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect?
I mean, it could just kill you.
Although, it hasn't happened yet.
Yet is the...
If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
maybe.
You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know.
Why,
All
thank
right.
you.
I accept. Lead on.
Perfect. Party line. Who has a level
Trust
up?
no one.
Who has a level up? Rogue level 2. Oh, I have to select.
Let's move.
Let's move indeed. Wait. Why am I...
I've got a long road ahead.
Where are you? Okay, allocate me one of the characters. How do you do that?
Light on my feet.
I have no clue how to do that. You tell me to do it as if I knew how. Did I do it? Did I allocate a character to you? Menu multiplayer? Oh, okay. Is it done? Should be done now. No, we're not disconnected. We're fine. Should be okay. Apply. should be fine now.
I'm not here for chit-chat.
What are you here for? Aww. Okay. Holy crap, I failed. Oh no. Ah. I hate it. That was such an easy check as well. That felt like such an easy check to clear as well. And yet the barbarian has managed to fumble it up. How predictable. What else could happen to me? What else could happen to Lucy Hazet? A mind thinger.
There, a mind flayer. And it's hurt.
I'd rather it be hurt than me. Be careful.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you.
It died.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Well, it had a potion. How do we trade items, by the way? How do I trade with you? Would you like some items? Do you need the light crossbow? I've got 2. No clue how to trade. Maybe you cannot trade. Well, that would be impossible, right? If you know how to speak with them, we can speak with the boar. I just try to calm it down. should have jumped. But am I on fire or something?
Broken. Must have been here a while.
Oh, interesting. I guess I'm a barbarian. I can carry a lot. That's the benefit of having a small brain.
No hope of clearing this without a shovel.
You think it's dangerous?
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, and twice as ugly.
Damn.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
That's so
And if it
mean-spirited.
escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Hello.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Your words flow to her, though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
Remember how keen she was to leave me to die in the Nautiloid? We can't trust her.
Huge success. Critical success.
She's right. No one's safe if that thing goes loose. Not even us.
Damaze?
Enough. Lower the trap. Ready your blade.
You've but one chance. Join me or die.
I don't respond well to threats. I'm gonna kill you. I don't respond well to be. I'm no coward. You threatened me. I'm gonna kill you. Non-lethal attack. Say knock out enemies instead of killing them. Go to the passive tab in your hotbar. Okay. Dead.
Finally. Nymessa. Are you all right?
There you go.
I think so.
Hold it together. We've got to finish what we started.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Observe.
Better armor. Alright. Short bow. Alright. You're so far away.
Not much use anymore. Not much use anymore. Not much use anymore. Not much use anymore.
Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well. And I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
Yeah. Go on.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers?
Yes.
It's a process known as seromorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided.
Why?
You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you?
No.
A doctor?
Nope.
Surgeon?
No. None of
Uncannily
these.
adroit with a knitting needle?
Nope. None of these things.
I suppose few enough can. Not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Sure.
Oh, I see you're traveling with plenty of company already. Perhaps I can join you later instead.
Oh my
I'll
god.
make my way to your camp and embark upon a succulent slow cook to be consumed upon your return.
What? That is so strange. Yeah. She blackmailed me. She said, "Join me or die." I don't deal well with threats. You threaten me, you die. Shouldn't have threatened me.
Let's see.
I saved her now. We were even. I destroyed the trap and she was free. So there you go. And then she said, "Join me or die." So I was like, you don't get to threaten me. I'm a barbarian. You know? You don't threaten barbarians. Barbarians kill you if you threaten them. That is still... Well, she shouldn't have threatened me. What can I say? She should have said help me or something, not join me or die. I freed her from the cage. You don't threaten me. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I didn't persuade them to kill her. I said, I'm gonna, like, destroy the trap or something. Did I? I don't know, maybe. She was evil. She had to die. It's okay. Making things like this is the barbarian way. That was the barbarian choice. I chose my class choice. I'm role-playing. Did I? I don't recall that happening. Okay, let's continue. What's done is done.
I've heard you can't get blood from a stone, but apparently you can get a wizard from one.
That's
Gale
cool.
seems interesting.
Okay, let's go. What's done is done. We can't spoil the milk before our thing. Oh. Oh, a mushroom. I don't think I'm an alchemist.
You! Not another step, hear me? Boss! Got company up here!
Where are you?
What's this then? Trying to creep around us and loot the crypt? Not happening. Or is it the ship you're after? Don't matter either way. It's ours. All of it.
Okay.
First you look, then you touch, then you take. The only thing we're sharing with you is our pointy ends. Get her!
Oh my god. I tried to be nice, and this happens to me. I swear. Uh-oh.
On my way.
Help!
Another fight. Let's go.
So many enemies. Did I die? Shadowheart died. I'm about to die. I died. I'm downed. So what happens now? Shadowheart died. I'm dead. Shadowheart has died.
Pity you aren't as good at grave robbing as
So what
you are
happens
excuses.
now?
Just being careful. Like my mum always said, fools rush in.
I know, I saw it. I'm dead. Oh my god. This is what happens when I start games. I just die. I've not gotten very far.
There could be all sorts of loot in that thing. Don't you want to be rich?
Of course I want to be rich, but not
Karma
if it
for
get me-
betraying. Okay, I think this is a signal that it's time for me to do a political thing. What do you think?
Just wait a while. Make sure it's safe.
I think it's time to do a political thing. Hold on. We've been playing games long enough. Oh my gosh. Deep lore. Yeah, I cannot log off or save. So what do we do? So what do we do? Huh. That is very interesting. Okay, Jesus. This is annoying. Oh. So we just turned the game off? Okay. I'm gonna quit the game for now. And I'm gonna... Oh, that should do. I cannot use the menu. I just quit the game, so I'm not sure if anything saved. There are autosaves. We have an autosave moment. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. For some reason, menu block usage has been blocked for me. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna be back, then we're gonna jump into politics. We love them, don't we? Politics. We're gonna do a few segments, etc. One moment. I'm gonna be back. I'll go to the toilet. I'm gonna take a crunchy treat. I'm gonna check something real quick as well. Okay, right back. I wonder. Oh. Oh, homeostatic. Hello. What brings you to my lair? The stream died and everybody left, so you're my only hope. Hmm. That's right. What happened? Also, was the quote unquote drama about progressive victory? Can anyone tell me? Homeostatic. What's the drama about progressive victory? Spill the beans. Tell me what the drama is about progressive victory. And we're gonna get to the politics. I want to check something. Yeah. What's the drama? Yeah, supposedly there is one. So what's the drama? Progressive victory controversy. We are now. The Daily Beast. The Knights are already out in the Trump VP race. What is happening? Let me check. Let me check. Daily Beast. Interesting. Only Destiny is mentioned here, which is quite interesting indeed. Have you found anything? What is this? What is the controversy?
That chat and
I'm not watching on YouTube, so I don't know. I would have
Okay.
to like log in and shit.
All right.
It's
We're now
fine.
living in a post-Destiny world. What? Okay, what's happening?
Ethnically cleanse all non-Peloponnesians from this world.
Less than women. Then we have
Here we have.
I'll go find the Beckett timestamp. No, I can't even find it.
this ridiculous meme.
Like, yeah, there's probably some amount
and stuff, yeah.
Toilet. I don't understand why anyone would care about this stuff. It just
Because
seems
you're
so
not the former
dumb.
president of the United States. That's
yeah,
why.
apparently he can get away with it.
Yes.
What?
Well, oh, okay.
Anyway,
Get it.
I had to pause just to say I didn't mean to touch on.
Yeah,
Okay.
if he's already done disclosure,
though.
Yeah.
At the same time, if you're trying to milk cow, they want to be able to milk in order to create content, in order to forward
There's
our
nothing
message and
here
our vision.
about- There's nothing here about this. I'm trying to find some information, but I'm getting none. President Sunday says that there is a drama with Progressive Victory in his stream. I believe him, so So what's up? What's going on? Interesting. Guess we're gonna have to listen to President Sunday talk about it. I'm gonna have to snipe President Sunday or something. Cause this feels interesting to me. Sounds like political investment goes against Twitch TOS. That's the drama? It can't be. It cannot be. That's not the drama. That's just okay. That's just certain streamers needing to decide if they want to continue on Twitch or not. That's hardly drama or anything. Right? Check group DMs. Get tomfoolery. Snipe Sunday later. We'll link tomfoolery. Wait, Wick is talking to Destiny? Link me with something. Link me with anything. Okay, link me. Link me, I'll make fun. But you need to link me. Wick TV. Okay, you want me to snipe this or what? I'm curious, and then we can cover some actual topics that are happening. We did a Polish topic. We might as well do the rest. Okay. No, Finian and Destiny talk geopolitics. Wick 2, I guess. Who is now Finian? I have no idea who that is. Hello, Greater Rain. Welcome. We're gonna watch a thing. I don't think Destiny is even on Twitch. So he has 0 to list from this. Good night. Okay, Wick is here. Wicked.
I think we're set. I think we're good. Are we coming through?
Are we
Can you
good?
guys hear me? Am I audible? Do we have an audible connection, my dear chat? Loud and clear from Emmanuel G, 1984. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Zephyr Hash with first. I get the prize on the YouTube chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming through, Zephyr. Always a pleasure.
Okay.
Gang, in about 10 minutes, we're going to be talking to Destiny and No Opinion. I'm really excited for this conversation.
Who is No Opinion?
Really interested in what both of them have to say. If you're expecting
I'm having
blood
a pretty
sports,
good
this
day.
isn't the one for you. Okay, I'm just letting you know right now. If you're expecting like a knockdown, drag out, yelly, screamy match,
I'm not expecting anything. Stop. Get to it.
like the Senk you,
Please.
Yeah, Senk or the Glenwald, Greenwald or whatever. This ain't that.
Okay.
There's probably gonna be some disagreements, absolutely, right? But this ain't that. This ain't gonna be super blood sportsy. It's gonna be conversation. We're gonna have a talk. Don't know how long it'll go, right? I do plan on hitting a variety of topics here, right? Like not just talking about Israel Palestine, but also talking about
Okay,
Ukraine,
enough. Let's.
right? Content for me. I thought he.
Are you gonna cover the whatever that I'm trying to find out about? Or not?
But hello.
All right, are we in the pit?
Who was
you
this?
are in the pit. You are
Who's
live.
the rabbit?
Let's do this. All right.
Who are
Hell
you?
Yeah, rock on, brother. How's it going?
Going all right. Should I
Cringe.
have a funny hat? Should I like?
We're covering this discussion that's supposed to tell me about what's happening with progressive victory. Because there's apparently something. Probably easier to cover it tomorrow. Okay, we're just gonna cover it tomorrow. We're just gonna cover it tomorrow. Whatever. Or if President Sunday's gonna talk about it, I'm just gonna. What? What happened? Okay, I guess we're gonna talk about serious stuff for now. So, you know how Europe promised to give Ukraine 1 million artillery shells within a year? They promised to deliver 1 million shells till March. I think till I'm not sure till which of March, but it of course fell short. I think that it's planning to deliver half of what it's promised. Well, that's because Europe has not exactly switched to production. The economy has not exactly been switched to that of creating armaments, which means that Europe is basically still half asleep. And, well, it promised on something that it can't deliver. But, as the Czech Republic has sort of proposed, I guess, the European Union, whatever it cannot produce, should just buy. Whatever the European Union cannot produce, it should just buy. And we're gonna take a... And I think that makes sense. Even though the European Union has not exactly ramped up its production, it can start ramping up production. And for now, it can buy shells from a different source and give it to Ukraine. That would make perfect sense. Czechs want EU to shop abroad for Ukraine's shells. Politico. Ukraińska Pravda. Czechia advocates for purchases of artillery shells. We're gonna go through Ukraińska Pravda for this article. And we're gonna read Ukraińska Pravda. The drama meter has to be filled. Okay, let's go. We are ready. So, oh, hold on. Now it should be okay. Czechia advocates for purchase of artillery shells for Ukraine outside of the European Union. So that's basically what's happening here. Wait, let me listen to President Sunday for a bit. So many things.
Behind the scenes to go into a meeting or something, and Wick delved into it a little bit. So yeah, we've got some glup shito memes to fucking get into.
Okay. Let's see if
actually it's kind of interesting. So you'll remember a few months ago, Wick TV, little hobbit in the lower right corner. You can't really see because
I'm gonna have to edit this heavily again.
The other more
another
esteemed hobbit in the lower right corner.
Have to edit heavily.
He hosted a debate between Vosh and some rando called Bagels.
Okay.
On contraception, good or bad?
You look tired.
It's right here, this one. And this was hosted. Sorry, this was rather
sponsored by Brianna Wu. I remember.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh no, it's up here.
First OBS crashed, then the internet died. First OBS crashed, then the internet died. Today's such a not good day for me. I swear. Are we back? Is anybody even still watching? That is a good question. Oh. Hello. It's like I've watched back. Today the OBS has crashed and I haven't noticed. And now the internet has, like, today is not a very lucky day for me. Today's not a lucky break.
He's got streams here. He's got streams here under 500 views. Yeah, so this is not like an investment, right? This is not like something you would spend money on to, like, efficaciously promote a message. And yet WickTV immediately is brought on to Progressive Victory. And what it seems like is Brianna Wu realized that there are potentially some issues with her using PAC money.
It's Saturday.
To build
It's
an
Sunday.
online friend group of people who promote her personality, because she looks on with seething envy at people like Destiny
Wait,
and
it's
Vosh. And,
no, it's Saturday.
Even Keffels to a smaller degree. And so now what's happening is it's all kind of being laundered through Progressive.
Wait, what do you mean Friday? It's Saturday.
Victory. And so you have a bunch of really embarrassing figures, like really embarrassing figures. White nationalists, rabid Zionists, like just not great people. People
in Poland it is. It's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. Saturday. Oh my gosh, my brain is melted.
Who are prone to embarrass themselves and or are already embarrassing. And with very small audiences for the most part. You have all of these people being paid to be involved with Progressive Victory, and it looks very much like this is just a way to do this, but more safely, because Brianna Wu only looked into the details after the fact, because she's not, very, very smart. Let me see if I can't find the actual point where Chud Logic pointed this out. Oh yeah, here we go.
Aren't they doing some big thing now? They're gonna like persuade people to register to vote. Isn't that good? Like, I think that's a good initiative in the US to try to get more people to register to vote, all things considered. No? Isn't that good?
Oh my god. Look at this thumbnail.
Like, there's an event coming. Like,
I'm not even mad. That's hilarious. Oh, I need to find my Rubik's Cube. Anywho.
This was a terrible, terrible mistake.
Yes, it was.
I'm deeply sorry about this. I just wanted to get...
I have to say, Chud Logic has left me alone a long time ago. Chud Logic has left me alone when I still had the VTube avatar. He has done nothing on me ever since we talked on stream. I guess he decided that I'm not worth attacking or something. So, I don't know. We have not done a wellness check on him for a while. Maybe we should. I don't know. It feels like some of the things, at least, that Progressive Victory is doing is pretty good, no? We can't deny that, right?
Understand what was going on. So now
Yeah.
I've got some context. We'll have a quick look.
Maybe
at
I'll
these.
do this.
Yeah, it's so stupid. He was also like, it's so weird with Sunday. It's the exact same thing that happened with Erudite, right? Like, he gets a bug up his ass about somebody and then just fucking focuses on it, right? He is so pissed off because recently my job is political organizing, right? I've gotten some money. I've been working on
gonna ask
actually
Prison
paying some
Sunday
streamers to do
if they can come
democratic
on.
organizing behind the scenes, right? This is utterly routine. All kinds of people are paid for stuff. I believe streamers should be paid for organizing, right? I'm trying to bring some new revenue streams into the space. He's going after me about that one stop. Yeah,
Isn't that against the
ridiculous.
rules? Isn't that against? Wait, no, isn't that against TOS? I don't think you could do political organising
Okay,
on these
sure,
platforms, can you?
Yeah, of course you can. Why couldn't you?
Oh,
But
what,
there's
Twitch?
a real life event of streamers, right? Is that also against
I
the
don't
TOS?
understand.
I don't get it.
I thought
Again,
that
I
there
don't
was
get
rules
it. Is
about-
that
Okay.
also against the TOS?
An astute person who's actually doing their who's doing their due diligence.
Okay.
Would have a ready-made answer to that. Actually, you can. Here's how I know, because it says here, those are the rules.
Sponsorships that you couldn't take.
Well, it's not sponsorship.
So is the real life
necessarily
event also a
to,
breach? I have
you
to
like,
know.
I don't go and say, hey, please make this video, please do X, please do Y.
It's not sponsorship. It's not
Hello,
sponsorship.
everybody.
There's just one problem.
Well, no answer from Mr. President as of yet.
There's just one problem with that, Brianna.
What's the problem?
It is. Sponsored by Rebellion Pack.
Give you dental coverage.
Oh, wrong one. Bloop, bloop, there we go.
It's more like, paying people to come, like, organize on issues, to talk about the content that we think is effective, to put that out, that kind of thing.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care about this. What is this here?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, you get the idea. Pressing on.
Clearly.
I mean,
She hasn't paid me in a
she did.
while.
They did sponsor like 2 streams of yours.
Yeah.
Smith Black, thank you for the $5. You live rent-free in Brianna's head. She brings you up randomly on Reddit sometimes, too. I have noticed this. I have indeed noticed
I
this.
wish I lived in someone's head.
That will go to the Theory Squid.
Back
Right.
until
Somewhere around. Oh, here it is. Oh, here it is.
Are not.
Jesus Christ, what is with this?
I'm trying to get to know what's happening here.
Can I say anything racist?
Yeah.
Okay.
And say that ours are a lot.
If we deported 16% of the blacks, there'd be no more crime. And blacks are retarded. Okay, shit, okay. Sorry.
What? Who's running this thing? Why is this on here? Why is... Okay, that wasn't the one I was looking for. That wasn't the one I was looking for. What was the one I was looking for? It's,
Order! We've got Chud Logic, okay. There we go.
Okay, Chud Logic showing off his guns for some reason. Okay, where's the... He takes the camera at one point. Oh, here it is.
Who is this?
Be able to find
what?
But I'm also really good at making sure.
Who are these?
That you're not like too pulling and
I also ordered something, and now I regret it because now I'm not hungry because I drank alcohol. Yeah, there it comes. That's oh my god. Can you put it over here? Please share with me. Please. Okay.
I don't know. That's us engaging ideas rather than
More forks, please. And stuff. Thank you.
Okay, I'm like,
A bunch of forks.
I didn't think I ordered the cake.
No.
That's us engaging.
Yeah, it's hot to chat.
Yeah, what is going on?
Well, we're sharing this brownie.
Okay. Well, I suppose to do something right now.
Yeah, you're supposed to perform immediately.
No.
Go.
Do whatever your heart desires.
You have to identify which British accent do you have. Is it Yorkshire?
All I want to do is talk about how much women have wronged me in my life. That's the main thing I want to do right now.
Okay.
Is that
Look,
what
what else can be said about Chud Logic? He is not a paid shill of progressive victory, dear
you
lord.
want to hear about? No, my work fell down. Oh my god.
I'm not going to get it for you. Get it yourself.
I'm not gonna eat food from a dirty fork.
This is okay. First of all, I'm supporting this progressive voice thing. I'm not really up for it. I'm here. Okay.
Victory.
Oh, whatever it is, progressive voice or something. And secondly, I don't normally appear on stream, but I'm here now to embarrass myself. What is going on? What am I supposed to do right now?
I'm eating a brownie. Makes you happy.
Yeah, that's
Talk about whether Trump or Biden should win.
Well, here's the point, okay? To give you serious political analysis right now, Trump and Biden are neck and neck in the polls. So it's dicey.
Really close.
They're really close.
It's crazy.
Which is kind of insane
Have you seen
considering...
the swing state stats that came out?
What do they look like?
Trump, Biden. Like,
Okay.
most of them are leaning Trump right now,
That's
which is
not-
weird for advanced polling.
That's kind of insane because Trump is probably going to be a criminal, okay?
This is not very good.
I feel like I'm getting taken advantage of right now. I shouldn't be doing this, but here I am. What?
You don't have to be here.
No, I'm going to be here because I am now. It's too late.
What is happening?
It's too late. I'm here now. Okay?
I don't know.
I mean, would you say you're being exploited?
What is
I'm being
happening?
exploited for this, whatever this thing is.
What does that
Take me
tell
what
us?
you will.
like 60 though.
Okay, what does Brianna Wu want me to say?
Do you want some ice cream?
No, thank you. I just want to know, Brianna Wu, what do you want me to say right now? What am I supposed to
There's no talking points required. Just talk about your opinion about the vote.
If you won't eat that.
Okay.
You don't want a brownie?
No, I just...
So hopped up on this that you don't want a brownie?
I just... Okay.
You don't like brownies?
Brianna Wu, I'm messaging... I want some cash for this, okay? I'm a fucking... I don't care anymore. Give me some money to talk about this. Right.
What am
I'm
I
not
watching
looking at
right
this shit,
now?
but I've looked at the polling, and apparently Biden and Trump are neck and neck. That's kind of insane.
All I wanted was to pull out one trick.
Guys, get out there and vote Democrat. Vote for Democrat. That's so important right now. Why have you done this to me?
Chud Logic in the
Taken
US?
my good nature to come on stream and say some shit. What is going on?
I'm not trying to take.
I had to sub under a lower membership because my membership kept eating dollars out of my pockets. Well, first of all, Naomi, thank you so much for your support for the channel. But in all honesty, guys, don't hurt your wallets to pay me, okay? Pay for yourselves first. I take donations to do like theory content or like to specify like the drama stuff or whatever. And of course to pay my editor. This is not for like dire medical needs. This is to keep the wheels turning. It is a business. It does keep the channel running. It allows me to do the theory stuff.
I'm starting to
But,
think about that.
Don't
How
hurt
much-
your
how much do
don't
editors
financially
take?
hurt yourselves to support the channel. Okay?
How much do
like
editors
I
cost on
appreciate it. It
average?
means the world to me, but you know, take care of
How much
yourselves
do
first.
Editors take.
No, you are. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it right now.
And never apologize for lowering like a tier or something like that. That's anything you give me is as
A
far as I'm
blessing.
concerned a what's a non-cringy word?
A blessing.
I am blessed to be supported by
There
you.
you go. There you go, President Sunday. You found the word that I've
No,
been
still cringy, but
suggesting.
whatever.
You want some brownies?
I'm getting eviscerated.
Need a tooth replaced? If I need a tooth, actually, here's the funny thing about Wick. We'll get into this later.
Some
oddly enough.
aesthetic does do editing.
So
But
for
some
people who are
aesthetic
talking about the
is
tooth
busy
thing,
often.
people are digging at Wick a lot recently because a little over a year ago, he had a GoFundMe for his front tooth, which
I
broke.
remember.
Now here's why this matters.
Why does it matter? Does it even matter?
I can actually pull the thing. I can actually pull the thing right up here. So here's why this
Okay.
matters. So it
Does
says here,
it
and I
matter,
quote.
though?
When I was about 18 years, about 18 years ago, so it would have been 22, I think. I was in an incident where I lost my two front teeth. They were broken and shattered.
Oh
I was
my God.
insured, so I was able to get them replaced with veneers. However, veneers don't last forever. And unfortunately, today, what date was this posted? Does it say? It doesn't say. Today, one of them gave out. So if you see Wick on screen these days, he's got a giant gap right there.
Yes, okay.
The other is not long for this world. It's actually held up pretty well for the last year. I need both replaced. However, dental is not covered by my VA benefits. It's veterans benefits. I am in a tight spot money-wise. I'll need around $2,400 to fix this.
Wait,
if you can
Wick
help,
is a
please do so. I
veteran?
appreciate you reading this and taking the time. This is urgent and essential. He made $3,000 US. He says here he needs 2,400. He makes 3,000. Year goes by. No tooth. Gets money from PV. No tooth. Goes on trips to TwitchCon. No tooth. Buys Amnesia the Bunker. No tooth. Buys Baldur's Gate 3 at full price. No tooth. Where's the tooth, Wick? Does anybody care? No, but it's funny, and it
Toothless
speaks
Wick.
to a generally infantile attitude around money and a general lack of responsibility to his audience and people who give him cash. Like this poor guy here, this Steven person. That's a very generous $405 10 months ago, right?
Okay.
$405. I mean, I hope Wick thanked you for Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
Okay, Baldur's Gate does not cost
Something like that,
$400.
okay?
People who are plugged in on social media tend not to be substantive voting demographics because they are too
Who is
disparate.
that?
They
Who
are
are
too
these? I don't know
widespread,
any of
and
these
because
people.
generally speaking, the age demographics, so the like secondary and tertiary factors of why they vote, aren't strong enough to turn them into.
Okay, send me the timestamp and I'll play it. Okay, fuck me. Just send me the timestamp, you fucking retard. And I'll play it. Oh my god.
How does Chud Logic have so many viewers?
Put it in my Discord and I'll just fucking play it.
Oh, and to be clear, nobody is shaming Wick about not having a tooth. People lose their teeth. A lot of people lose their teeth and can't afford to replace them. Wick was made able to replace them. But he used that money for entertainment. And then proceeded to start doing like genocide apology and so on and so forth, which is probably why his viewership is tanked.
Genocide
I speculate,
apology,
but it's not good.
My
Here's the funny
viewership
thing.
was tanked today.
So somebody mentioned, like, we'll give you money for a tooth. I actually had $4,000 of dental work to do last year. I had a couple of root canals and fillings, and they're not cheap where they were.
Okay.
You didn't see a GoFundMe for me because I took ad revenue from the channel and I paid for it. I had a job and I paid for it. I had a job and the ad revenue for the channel. So it's like, I'm not down at people for using GoFundMe to like solve like important stuff like that. Sometimes life catches you unprepared, and you know, losing an incisor is urgent. But then you be an adult and you follow through. If you take thousands of dollars from someone to do a thing, you follow through. And yes, I'm aware of how ironic that is given how backed up my video essay requests are. I'm working on them, okay? You have no idea, okay? This is what you don't see on my desk. Every goddamn day before stream. This is why I'm always tired. I'm just reading endlessly. It never stops.
That's true.
I need to stop being such a perfectionist. I'm like trying to do like dissertation level work every time I do an essay. That
Yes.
doesn't make sense for...
Like...
Don't get me wrong. Very grateful for it. But I was very naive when I set
My
like a $20
books are thicker than yours, President
threshold
Sunday.
for doing,
My books
for
are
doing video essays
thicker
where
than
I'm like
yours.
actually doing original work in political
I
theory. It's
read
like, oh
a
my
lot.
god.
Which is interestingly enough, I'm really over preparing for the loaner box
resume, like,
and
what if this
discussing
goes
Holodomor thing.
That'd be a terrible situation. It's a very part-time job because I'm able to do the channel full-time, but I'm not being unemployed during this. Dear God, no. Not unless I was making like bank.
You can. I'll also, if you give me the timestamp as well, I'll play the black clip as well. Okay.
All right, we're not waiting for this. We're going to jump ahead a little bit. Oh, he's covering that. Ugh. We're being redundant. He's covering that anyways.
2022, I think. right?
Okay, hang
I
on.
should be
We'll see
making
the part where
ban.
he calls them all shills.
It's okay. It's okay though.
Probably not.
Okay.
Opinion about the vote.
If you want to eat that. Okay. No,
You
we're
don't
good.
want a brownie?
No, I just
So
okay.
hopped up on this that you don't want a brownie.
I just okay.
I don't like brownies.
Brownie, I'm messaging. I want some cash for this. Okay, I'm a fucking. I don't care. Give me some money. Stop this. Right. I'm not like an expert on this shit, but I've looked at polling, and apparently, Biden and Trump are.
I still don't know what the drama is about.
Okay, hang on. No, he's not drunk
progressive
enough. Let's
victory.
make this better. Okay, let's fix this.
I still have no idea what the progressive victory thing is.
Guys, get out there and vote Democrat. Vote for Democrat. That's so important right now. Why have you done this to me? Why have you taken advantage of my nature to come on stream and say some shit?
Have you slowed them down?
I'm not trying to take advantage.
Don't slow it
I'm
down.
sick of it. I'm sick of it.
I just want you to see how
Oh, okay. Look, he looks a little stressed. Let's give him another drink. Okay. Take the nerves
Don't.
off.
Oh my God, President Sunday.
you don't have to politics.
Just some brownie. I'm getting frustrated right now. What is this?
You could talk about your favorite ice cream.
I'm watching and watching. I still don't know what the drama is.
Favorite ice cream.
I don't care about my favorite ice cream. I just, you're taking advantage of me. I'm sick of it.
I still don't know.
Toast topics ever, and you're like, I don't want to talk about my favorite ice cream. I want to talk about politics.
I don't want to talk about politics.
This is what you pay me for.
You can talk.
I don't pay you.
This isn't a clip.
It's not the clip. Okay.
Probably not.
Chocolate chip. Yeah. You're cooking
Okay. Who cares? Jump ahead.
Because I don't know, I don't want to get it wrong, and I don't have any information about
Okay.
exactly who's on it, and I don't want to start a
What's
witch
the
hunt,
drama?
okay? It's not about that.
I
But
swear to
there's
God.
these meetings, and you go to it, and I believe that you get.
Okay,
get
hang on. So he's
paid
talking about
for
PV here. So the way as I understand it, I could be wrong about this, but the way I understand PV doles out cash is it's basically a reward for attending meetings. So they give you a little stipend. I don't know how much it is to attend these meetings. We'll talk about what exactly. I'm not entirely sure. Who the hell needs Xander Hall's strategic input? But
2022, I think. Right? And it was fun content. You know, you had a bunch of people on talking about fucking animals, and some guy admitted to sucking off a dog's dick.
Xander Hall.
I mean, that's fucking banging content, right?
Okay.
Oh yes, lovely.
And I think the people kind of agreed. I think he was punching above his weight for the channel size that he was, and he was getting decent viewership back then. I think some of those panels he was getting like 150, 200 viewers just on Twitch.
Okay.
But now I think he's streaming to like what, fucking 50 people tops above both platforms. Maybe I don't know. I don't follow Wick's content that much. I just heard that a bunch of people went on to talk to Wick about this political shilling stuff that I'd kind of talked a bit about when I was drunk in a stream one time, and I thought I'll fucking give it a watch.
Poured over the
yeah.
data. They didn't use AI for that. They've been building that for like a case for like 2 years through blogs and small publications. I followed that story. Okay. So like, but the point is, like, you're saying.
Well, basically, from what I understand and what I've heard, you need to bear in mind, I don't have any proof or evidence to show you to say this is exactly what's happening.
Okay.
This is all information I've heard on the grapevine.
To the point.
But
Get to the
apparently
point.
what happens is there's like these meetings that streamers go to, and you get paid for attending the meeting, okay?
Okay.
And I'm not going to name any names because I don't know, I don't want to get it wrong, and I don't have any information about exactly who's on it, and I don't want to start a witch hunt, okay? It's not about
Witch
that.
hunt.
But there's these meetings and you go to it, and I believe that you get paid for attending a meeting.
Okay.
And it varies dependent on your viewership. And in these meetings, there's no hard line of like, you must talk about this on your stream, but they talk about kind of political topics that are the current, you know, the current trend or the current discourse of what's happening, right?
Okay.
And the idea is that it's about the implication, right? Like, and you notice some of these streamers now have pivoted to like hardline political topics when the content before wasn't really like that. You know, Wick is a great example of this, where all the content he does now, I'm not saying every single topic is from these meetings, but talking points. you know, I mean, like I say, I was on a panel we did about fucking dogs, for fuck's sake, right? Like, he doesn't do any shit like that anymore. It's all, you know, political affiliated kind of topics and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know who I really want to bring on to, you know, appeal to the mainstream Democrat voter is the guy who hosts the bestiality panel.
You know,
who?
Well, people aren't trusting institutions, but
the conversation directly because we get context there. I think Weppy's just sent it to me. There we go.
Fucking asshole! Fucking shut the fuck up!
Oh yeah,
Where's
this
this
was weird. It
person?
just exploded out of nowhere. But
He'll just find anyone.
let's go here. Okay.
if somebody donates to your stream and is supporting your general content, that is different from somebody's spread,
Streamer,
whether that is information
full-time.
or misinformation.
There are
We
political
understand that's
streamers
fundamentally
full-time.
different because you are being paid to portray that in a particular way. That's the difference. When someone sends in a super chat, they may have influence of, hey, I want to see more drama, but they're not like, hey, I want you to do more drama streams and I want you to shit on Katie. No one's ever given me money to specifically shit on Katie. And like, I think the way, okay, this right here.
Points in the past characterized Katie as being mentally deficient. I can understand the impulse. But
Jesus.
if
That
she is now
Katie?
paying someone who is representing a particular side in a debate against Katie,
Okay.
and is specifically talking down to her and to more specifically her position, that represents kind of a conflict of interest from the point of view of not like a legal conflict of interest. I mean, maybe at some level, but it's a conflict of interest on Wick if he's pretending to, you know, give either an objective or his own, you know, earnest and sincere appraisal because he has a specific motive.
Because it's obviously different. Like I just it feels like it should be an easy thing to say. Yes, I understand those two things are different, but Woo isn't giving me money, and to my knowledge, Woo isn't paying anyone to make particular content.
Not that I'm aware of, at least. But again, the times that she did, where she wanted to sponsor a stream where I talked about a certain issue, I revealed that again.
Says you is the catch. We don't actually know this. We have Wick's word this is the case.
Yeah, she could do whatever she wanted with my content.
Yeah, but that's a clear difference of if I paid you to do, hey, I want you to hold 3 panels on why fucking Rezi's fat. I want you to hold 3 panels on that. A clear difference, and then I take those streams and I go, hey, look, everyone's talking about this. Look how many people Wick got on this panel, and I just wanted them to make the content. I wanted to see it, but these people are here talking about how fat Rezi is. That's what Brianna Wu did with those abortion panels. She was like, look what's happening with this panel right now. It was like because the topic was something that nobody in America was talking about, and Wu was pushing this narrative using those panels. I watched her do it on Twitter, and she framed it as, hey, the right are like having these conversations and want to have these conversations.
It's actually true. When did Beckett grow a brain? I remember him being a lot dimmer than this. That's actually a really sharp. That's a really sharp observation.
In the same way, and that's like it is feeding a political narrative, and that's why people have an issue with doing it. You are very upfront about being paid to create that content, but Wu is not upfront about what she is using that money and content for in the long term.
Okay,
that is
now I'm starting to get the picture.
I don't know if I am struggling to see the substantive difference, right? Between let's use the Mama. I don't know about Mama Max and what he did, but let's use the subject.
Who
right?
is Mama Max?
You're financially incentivized to cover that. Your viewers want to watch that. Your viewers pay you money in order to watch that, right? And this again. People go and take that content, take the clips of what you do, and they use it for however they want, right?
Right.
Do they not?
Yes, but viewers aren't paying. No, but viewers aren't going, hey, I need you to cover this in a particular way so I can use that post-creation to frame my argument. No one is paying anybody with the Mama Max stuff. No one's going to Chud and being like, hey, I need clips from your stream of going over it so I can use it in my video as ammunition. That happens organically because it's Chud's opinions. And in the same way, like people are making organic videos in defense of Mama Max, you know, the fucking crazy people. But that is different from being paid to make content. It's in the same way, like, okay, let's draw it away from streaming.
I think you're trying to make it's a distinction.
Yeah, Wick defending Wu. Beckett literally just absolved Wick and said Wu is the problem. Yeah.
without a difference. There is a distinction there, but it ends up in the same place, the
Okay.
same results.
Okay. Let me put it this way. If you put a
I'm
panel
losing
together
interest. I honestly,
on,
I'm losing
I don't know,
interest.
fucking the sugar industry.
Sure.
And you said that the panel's topic was actually fuck. We can use a real world example.
Use it.
Companies pay for research groups to do research. The milk industry did this. They were like, we want a research study showing how healthy milk is so we can use it in our advertising. So they paid for that research to exist so they could quote it. Lots of companies have awards that come from a very particular awards company which only gives it to that fucking company.
Okay.
Like, we understand that that is different from being given an award based on merit. Now, you might say that these look very similar, but their function is fucking different, and it's like significantly different.
I understand what you're saying, and it would be correct if I was told, oh, you need to make this kind of content in this particular way. What I was told, right? And I can't speak for anyone else, right? I can't speak for, maybe she's having
because Brianna
conversations with
will
other people that I'm not aware of. That's fair.
Progressive
I don't know.
victory.
But with me, all it was is here's
That's the
this much
relevance.
money. I want you to put
or at least is a
panel
part of
together
it.
to talk about this topic, and these
And
in
hence
one
sort of
case,
represents
she
it.
wanted Vosh to be on one, and that
Sure.
was all. That's all I was given.
Sure.
That's a fundamentally different thing and a fundamentally different accusation to saying that she's trying to direct. I need you to.
I think the weakness of Beckett's accusation here primarily is that he's concerned with the integrity of Wick's message, but let's be realistic here. Nobody is invested in the integrity of Wick's message. Wick is food shops. That's the game Wick is playing. Wick is. I think even Wu was trying to get him to food shops at one point. I think she was actually part of Progressive Victory for a brief while. I could be
Food
wrong about
Shops
that.
was
but,
part
she
of
was
the
appearing on
Progressive Victory?
because you remember that that panel where Wu just flipped out at Econoboy just randomly. It was weird. Like she
Yes,
was
I
just
remember.
unhinged.
That was some time ago, though.
But like nobody is going to Wick for his analyses. No one's going to Wick because they care about what Wick thinks. People are going to Wick because some larger figures have decided that he's a safe venue to you know, fill up a slot by beating up normies. That's basically it. Like, not normies, but like randos. Like you wanna have a debate with a subtly partial moderator against someone who doesn't have the wherewithal to operate a bank machine, let alone like debate like complicated political topics. Wick's your guy. That's basically it. Nobody cares. Like there's no stakes here. It's just the weird thing isn't to do with Wick. The weird thing is everybody else sort of falling in to protect what really is essentially Brianna Wu using PAC money to buy friends and to make herself into an online personality again. Because that's virtually all she's done as far as I am aware. It's the only thing she's actually successfully done in her life is pay her way into becoming a main character at Gamergate. And this is so important to her, she has never stopped talking about it, despite the fact that her nickname at the time was literally Brianna Who, because nobody knew who she was. She wasn't targeted until after she put herself into the limelight because she wanted the attention.
Okay.
And then this. If you look into the history of like the one other thing she accomplished, which was the creation of Revolution 60, that awful
Oh, the game.
mobile
Okay.
game that's
The
now
game.
on Steam and has overwhelmingly negative reviews, and for good reason. We played it on stream and refunded it very quickly.
Oh, I should take a look.
Even the people who were working for her are like, yeah, this person sucks. Don't work for this person unless you want to do all the work.
Okay.
Like it's just embarrassing all the way down, and it's pretty transparent that what's happening is you have a bunch of like middle income streamers who are being given a few $100, which is, you know, nice bit of cash for them, and some larger streamers who are being promised, hey, I work with Cenk Uygur, I can get you in with like big Democrat figures.
Okay.
Hasn't really gone anywhere, but it's worked out for Destiny so far. He's got Cenk debates. And that's basically all that's going on. It's literally just it's a politically inefficacious farce. whose only purpose is to make Brianna Wu a main character on Twitch poll, or what's left of Twitch poll, or on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. That's basically it. Because if it wasn't that, she would never be on screen. Everything scandalous to do with Brianna Wu is the result of her putting herself on screen dead center. If she was smart, she'd be a little kingmaker in the background, just dropping cash here and there to let the streamers that she wants succeed without having to target their material in a way that undermines them. She'd want them to grow. Instead, what she's doing is she's paying Wick to do topics that she wants to take part in. Because the goal is not actually to help the Democrats. It's not to further progressive politics. It's not even to help the streamer she's paying. It's to buy a seat at the table when she has no charisma and nothing to say. That's basically it. It's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Long story short, like, while I agree with Beckett's take, theoretically,
practically you don't?
I mean, like, a homeless guy with a sign saying Satan invented the dinosaurs has about as much impact as Wick. I don't think we're looking at him for, you know...
I feel sad now. Wick is bigger than me.
Honest analysis.
Wick is much bigger
in this
than me.
particular way, so I can get
Well,
clips
not
of it,
much
make
bigger.
dump.
4
Now,
times
she was
bigger.
banking on the fact that the people
What
who were on one side
sad
of the issue
world we live
would
in.
play into certain tropes and things like that. And that's fine, but I don't...
Oh, yeah. And Wick doesn't watch anime either. It's just, like, just no soul.
It's fundamentally not the same as a milk company making saying to the things, we want you to find the benefits of milk.
I
actually... Wait, no. So Vosh is like a part of, I hate to say it, the Wu experiment, right? And so, like, no, she is making the content if she's putting the content, like, Vosh is bigger than anybody else that was on that panel, right? Like,
exactly, Shaka. Brianna Wu resides in Whoville, the home of the Who's.
A lot. So, like, this was like, you know, knowing you, like, she had Vosh on there so you could find anti-Voshites to argue with him, which allows for the pet project to go further, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what Beckett's trying to say. So, like, she is, if they're making stipulations like that, then yeah, I think it continues, right?
Yeah, I think it's because she wants that content to exist. If you hadn't made that, if you hadn't been paid to make that content, if a chatter had chatted you and said, "Hey, I want to," like, actually, even if it's not Wu, but if a chatter donated to you and said, "Hey, I want you to make a panel on this thing," you might do it. But at the same time, if it was a topic like this where there's no real
I can get Vosh on you if you cover this topic. I can get Vosh on your show if you cover this topic. Almost certainly I'm going to cover this topic.
But yeah, but you want to do that without the pay, but you still got paid for it, which is...
Sure, and I disclosed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that because there's an attention behind it, and in the same way that... Oh, what's the way to put it? Like, let's put it this way.
What if you would have done the topic anyway?
If that abortion panel,
I don't know why they're so fixated on the bagels debate. Like, the issue with the bagels debate, the Vosh and bagels debate on contraception is not that Wick was a partial moderator, that his position was slanted. The issue is that it's an embarrassing waste of money. Like, it makes progressive not progressive victory. It makes Rebellion PAC look like a joke, which it is. So, you know, whatever. But like, there's not a scandal here. It just doesn't matter. Like, the only scandal, once again, it's not even a scandal, it's just embarrassing, is that Brianna Wu is running around paying people to make a friend group. It's like, yeah,
had come out and I don't know, had been a radically fucking different conversation in its framing. I'm not sure how you'd radically frame it, because, like, abortion is one of those topics where I almost don't fucking think about it. But a radically different framing, Wu couldn't have used it, right? Like, if you'd had a conversation on, because, like, you gave prep for those questions with us of the sides we were meant to take. You didn't do your general thing of pulling people in and going, okay, cool, well, you guys believe this thing. You needed people on that panel to have that conversation. admittedly on a topic that wasn't really being talked about, that Wu was paying for, so that content could exist, so she could go and do something with it. I do not see that.
So she could come on and talk to Vosh. 100% the entire purpose of that was to have a public audience with Vosh to show to his audience. 100%. That was it. That's it. Because she has the mind of a child, and she thinks this, ooh, all of these hip and cool political streamers, what if we combine their powers, then someday Destiny could be president?
That is silly.
That's literally the mentality. It's actually unreal. And in the process, I'll be the strategic Machiavellian genius character. I'll be Destiny's Kissinger. Okay. That's all this is. It's a giant ass LARP. It's a weirdo rich person paying their way into being an e-celebrity and failing.
As fundamentally that different as paying someone to create a study for you, so you can then use that study as marketing. Because that's what Wu did with that panel. Now, you might be completely innocent in that, but you have been used in that way.
Like, again, there is no difference between your audience giving you subs and super chats when you.
There is, because she is a political operator, pretending that Wu is. No, I'm not.
I'm not. I have no affiliations.
You are not. But
No, the difference is not that Wu is a political operator. The difference is that Wu is paying you on the back end.
Yeah.
And is involved in framing. The audience is only paying while this is going on. They don't have a say in the content.
That's true.
Regardless.
I mean, sometimes they do.
Anyone can, if
when
you
they choose
give
your
me money
topic,
to cover
yeah,
a topic, I'll cover it for you.
So it depends what
This
you mean
is
by
an open
having a
offer.
say
It
in
has
the
to be
content.
enough money. I won't do it for $10. But if you give me enough money, I will cover a topic for you. I can't promise you that the topic will go how you want it to.
Yeah, okay, so I think here's the interesting question. Interesting in quotations, okay? Wick will cover any topic for you for money. That's just how we do.
I'm not gonna cover.
But why
any
would I, as a
topic.
buyer, pay Wick in particular to cover a topic? That's a
Maybe
little
some
weird.
people like Wick.
There are a lot of people I could pay to cover a topic who
Pay me.
probably make about as much, if not less, than Wick. So it's a hard world
I
out there.
want
It's a hard
Wick
racket.
to cover a topic.
Why Wick? And the reason why is because Wick's safe and inoffensive and easy, so you can pay Wick to put you on a pedestal.
Wanna ask a
And then you can
question
pay Wick
for
to do that
Sunday?
again and again and again. And cool. Now you're hanging out with all of these cool internet friends. Now you're just like Destiny. Now you're just like Vosh. You're a big, serious political operative.
Question Prison Sunday.
Except you're not. You just paid a guy to put you on screen. You paid some other guys to let you tag along.
Am I above Wick? We'll
And
see.
and the upshot at the end of the day is
Maybe.
you got about as much exposure from it as Stardust.
To go, right? I can't guarantee you that whatever side you want to win will win in that debate, but there is nothing wrong. And this idea that this is something
Sirius says, Sunday, we have a say in your content via the theory and drama meters, but that's substantially different from Wu too, no? It is primarily because, first of all, there's an element of chaos there, and that I actually do give you some control over it. In that you can actually vote for things, and I'm covering stuff that I don't fully understand, typically. Like, so I try to make it so that I've at least covered a little bit of the thing, so when I'm going through it, it's somewhat useful.
Okay.
And I'm not just reading a document in monotone. But typically, like, I'm learning along with you.
That is what
it's not,
often happens.
It's not like I'm framing this in such a way to advantage myself. The advantage to myself is that it helps me pay for the channel, so I can keep on doing this.
some sinister black.
President Sunday, would you pay Lucy over Wick to cover a topic any day of the week?
Damn.
Bought by the Taylor Swift.
No one's saying
That is
here.
nice.
You're being really
Okay,
Oh my God,
I'm
stop.
being.
It's not about
immoral thing.
It's not about
Taylor
some
Swift
insane
shit.
fucking plot, Wick. It's about the fact that
Do you think
there
it's
is
unethical?
I'm gonna cover a few
I
topics.
never said it was unethical.
Okay, do you
I've
think
never
it's
said it was unethical.
Okay, now I feel
I've never
nice
said it was
about myself.
immoral. I've said people have an issue with the idea of a political. Okay, because your panels are staged as essentially people being able to come on and talk about their opinions and come to conclusions because you are a free speech platform.
Does
yeah?
have more subs?
Mostly.
So that is your
Mostly.
branding. So that branding has value. The fact that Woo has a piece of content made by a channel that is branded as independent and then uses it for a political goal, because she is a political operator in a way that I am not, in a way that other
Smooth.
people in the space are not. She is
Criminal.
working with politicians to push.
Just a friendly reminder, Wick TV used to be called Death of Certainty, just so you have an understanding of what level of pretentiousness we're dealing with.
Oh my god.
He's like nodding smugly to this because none of this matters. Because he knows he's not being paid for anything that it actually does. So
Media narrative into the
Right
media
back.
for elections, for drumming up vote and support. There is a difference there, and like the issue isn't that Woo might be paying people. It is that Woo is coming into the space, into the political commentary space, to promote to essentially politicize something,
We'll wait
which is
a bit more for something to
essentially
happen, and
independent
then
and
we're gonna.
apolitical. Yes, there are left and right wing people, but the space itself is like essentially like the creators within it are going to have very general.
I'm apolitical.
No, I don't think you're apolitical.
Do you think my stream is apolitical?
I think if you're a free speech platform, yeah, the idea that you could be used as part of Democrat propaganda is inherently a bit fucking weird, don't you?
No, not at all. That's part of free speech, baby. Is I get to use my platform in the way that I want.
But your branding isn't for that. Don't like if you your branding isn't.
your branding is a cross-ideological platform. He says at the beginning of every single panel. In fact, let's see. Let's see how he opens this.
Hello, and welcome to yet another episode of Wick TV, a cross-ideological space where we come together to discuss
Cross-ideological
issues both political
space.
and cultural, from the silly to the serious. Gang, we got a good one for
Cross-ideological. So if you're taking an ideological slant, well, that's kind of cheating a little bit. That's not your branding. People are coming in under false pretenses, and this. All well and good when we're talking about, well, you don't have a neutral stance with Nazis or something, but what if it's a little more ambiguous than that? What if, for example, you allow your neutrality to unobservedly slide in the favor of people who are, conflicting over more subtle issues, like, say,
Okay.
I don't know, Palestine and Israel, where you have really bad people over here killing a bunch of Israeli civilians and a whole lot of really bad people over here who are using that as a pretext to bomb a whole lot of civilians, and then a whole lot of people all around who are being unfairly associated with each, but in varying degrees and in different ways. Like, under those conditions, well, now it's not so simple. Because now your non-disclosure of your partiality actually means that people are coming on with the expectation that they are defending something, or they are engaging on an issue that's very serious,
You're calling
that
for your
concerns like
platform
the
towards something
lives
else
of a
than
lot
they're
of
getting.
people.
False advertisement.
And the game's been rigged without their knowing. Like, that's kind of a problem.
For that thing, like,
what don't you understand here? Part of free speech, right? And my branding.
But yes, you're right, Titan. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I feel like an idiot for even analyzing this way, because, as you say, the idea that Wick could substantially influence anyone's ideas about politics at all is bizarre, which comes back to the point of all this. Progressive Victory is posturing as a serious attempt at political activism, and they're just throwing money away on these morons. On not just embarrassments.
I mean,
they're actively hurting the image of democratic activism at the level that they're pretending to be intervening
There are
upon.
some pretty interesting people involved in
You
progressive
don't want
victory,
people
no?
like Wick representing you. You don't want people even like Xanderhall bluntly representing you. Like, these people are embarrassing. Like, you want people involved who elevate the platform, not people who benefit from you. It can't, like, the benefit seems to be a one-way street. People donate to Progressive Victory, and Progressive Victory gives money to people like Wick.
To have conversations.
Wick used to do philosophy. Never say those words again in my presence. Sirius says, President Sunday, other than Wu being involved with PV, how does this connect? Is Rebellion Pack affiliated with PV? Well, Wick is being paid through PV. Serious. Like, Wick is not being paid through Rebellion Pack. He was sponsored by Rebellion Pack for the Bagels and Vosh debate. But as we saw earlier, there's potential problems with that. So what's happened recently instead is everybody's being paid through their association with Progressive Victory. So that's how Progressive Victory is involved.
But I have my, and people criticize me for this, but I jump in all the time because I have an opinion on, usually, and sometimes I don't, but I have an opinion on the topic at hand, and I want that opinion to do well, right? I want my opinion to do well, but
okay, then you want
a moderator.
also,
You shouldn't be a moderator
also
then.
want
Come on.
to hear what the other side
basic,
really
Wick.
thinks, right?
President Sunday, I never got a response from PV about their problematic attachment to Rebellion Pack. Well, I don't think it's problematic. They're getting money from them. Like, that's... The question is, what are they doing with the money? What are they doing with the money? That being said, like, just judging from what they're even posting on their YouTube channel, like, it's not very professionally run. Like, it seems like it's run in a very silly way.
So what about that real life event they're planning?
I'm not just a one-note Andy here.
Yeah, but that's...
Okay, so Wick's been paid by both Rebellion Pack and PV. That seems really bad to me. Yeah, it does, because it seems like... Here's the problem, okay? It seems like Progressive Victory has allowed itself to be bought, at least for a little while. Brianna Wu's been separated from them, I'm given to understand. It has allowed itself to be bought
they're separate.
to be a filter for Brianna Wu to use PAC money to pay for internet friends. That's a problem. That's a big problem. It's seriously compromising the image of the organization, which in turn reflects badly to people who are engaging with democratic politics through organizations like this. It looks bad. It looks really bad just across the board. I'm running to the washroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think we can stop here. I don't think we have to watch any more of this, to be honest. I think we're done here. I think I'm gonna cover a few more topics, actual topics, and then we're done. I've bled all the viewers for tonight because of my 2 stream dying moments. President Sunday has stolen all of my viewers. Hopefully he raids me or something. Let's see. We're turning off the game. We're going back to the topic at hand. What is this? Oh, it's my OBS. Hopefully it won't crash anymore. Okay, we're going back. Europe is failing to send 1 million artillery shells to Ukraine by March, and the Czechs say it is time to look outside the EU for supplies. I mean, the EU has money, it can buy them and it can send them to Ukraine. European Pravda with reference to Politico. The EU initially pledged to supply 1 million shells by March, and France led calls for Europe to build up its own industrial capacity to deliver the munitions to Kiev. However, the EU now says that Ukraine will receive 524,000 rounds by March and only 1.1 million rounds by the end of the year. Frustrated by the shortfall, Prague is pushing EU countries to fund the purchase of what it estimates 450,000 artillery shells available outside the EU. For diplomats and a person familiar with the negotiations told Politico. I mean, that makes perfect sense. Like, if you cannot keep your promise, if you cannot keep to your declarations via producing the shells, then you have to just buy the remaining shells and deliver them to Ukraine. That makes perfect sense to me. When the European Union outlined its military aid commitments in early 2023, France, the community's defense industry leader, insisted that subsidies be directed only to local production and not outsourced. Unfortunately, the way it's going, it might need to be mixed, right? You will build up your production capability while at the same time you will buy what you cannot produce to fill up the missing numbers. Like this, that might just become a necessity. Because Ukraine does not have time. Ukraine does not have the luxury of time. So the main priority here should be to send as many shells as fast as possible, not to keep it clean by saying, oh, we will only invest in production within the EU, even if it means that we will fall short of our commitments. That should not be the priority. The priority should be, if we cannot produce enough, the rest we buy, and we send the promised amount within the promised time. That is the thing that should be happening. And I sincerely hope that is what will be happening moving forward. But Czechia's call raises the possibility that Europe will instead turn to arms companies in South Korea, Turkey, and South Africa. EU chief diplomat Joseph Borrell has highlighted that Korea, a major arms producer, could be used to obtain additional rounds. One diplomat said that 450,000 figure was announced during an informal meeting of EU defense ministers in Brussels on Wednesday. Czech Prime Minister Petr Fiala told his counterparts during a summit of EU leaders on Thursday that the shells could be sourced from outside the EU to help the EU fulfill its pledge, according to another official briefed on the talks. Background. In early January, the European Commission expressed confidence that EU would be able to produce 1 million rounds of ammunition for Ukraine by spring, despite the fact that the process has stalled, which is extremely bad to make promises that you just cannot keep. You damage your credibility, and basically you make your word mean nothing. Your priority should be to keep your commitments no matter what. In early December, German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius reiterated his previous statement that the EU would not be able to transfer 1 million munitions to Ukraine until spring 2024, but promised that the situation would improve. I mean, the only way the situation could improve would be to build up the production capability while buying up all the shells and other types of ammunition that the EU cannot produce in time. That is the logical solution to this dilemma. And I'm really surprised that the EU has not followed this sort of line of reasoning earlier. Right? Like, that should be obvious. That should be obvious. I will see. We'll see what the European Union decides to do. Things are definitely getting interesting. say the least. Mm-hmm. This is interesting. We're gonna go with Reuters. We're gonna go with the last 24 hours. See what's come up. Exclusive from 2 days ago. Reuters. So as you may know, Ukraine has created a list of the so-called, as you may be aware, Ukraine has created a so-called sponsors of war list, which is basically a list of companies that cooperate with Russia even though sanctions were put on it, and through business dealings with Russia basically enable it to have additional funding, additional finance to continue its war. This is the meaning behind the moniker of the list, sponsors of war. To me, it makes sense that Ukraine would like to point out, hey, these are the companies that are still cooperating with this aggressive invader. So maybe we should, I don't know, pressure them to stop. But instead, not Russia, but instead China is trying to pressure Ukraine to remove its firms from the so-called sponsors of war list. And China has warned Ukraine that if they would not do so, negative consequences would follow. China has not specified what those negative consequences would be. I can only speculate. Would that mean that, for example, China would increase its cooperation with Russia against Ukraine? What would exactly that entail? But then again, what actions, what negative consequences would China risk against Ukraine without itself risking negative consequences from the US, its main business partner, from what I know? Like, what if the US, in response to those negative consequences that China would try to push against Ukraine, what if the US would start sanctioning China itself? What sort of consequences would that lead to? So the question is, what does China mean exactly when it says there will be negative consequences to you not removing our companies from your sponsors of war list. Euromaidan Press. Let's look at the Euromaidan Press for this one. And let's see if there are any details about this. So Reuters says China demands Ukraine remove 14 firms from international sponsors of war list. China told Ukraine on Thursday to immediately delete over a dozen Chinese companies from a list designating international businesses as sponsors of war, aiding Russia, Reuters reports. Ukraine list of 48 global firms, including 14 Chinese entities like energy giants SNPC, Sinopec, and SNOOC, claims their activities indirectly support Moscow's invasion. As the revenue from these companies on the Russian market helps finance the war effort, though the list carries no legal implications, China protested its firm's inclusion as unacceptable since it's a reputational tool. China firmly opposes the inclusion of Chinese enterprises in the relevant list and demands that Ukraine immediately correct its mistakes and eliminate negative impacts, a foreign ministry spokesperson told Reuters, without elaborating on the impacts. China's 14 companies lead the ranking, while the US, France, and Germany follow with 8, 4, and 4 corporations on the list, respectively. Previously, China's ambassador in Kyiv told Ukrainian officials, adding the companies could damage bilateral ties. And now I'm really curious what that actually specifically means. What would damaging those bilateral ties mean? Would that mean more cooperation with Russia instead? Would that mean war support for one of the sides sort of increasing as retaliation? According to two senior Ukrainian sources, one source suggested Beijing could leverage vital grain imports in response. Okay, I see. So they would try to hit the Ukrainian grain export while urging respect for national sovereignty. China has maintained close Russia relations without criticizing its aggression in Ukraine. I mean, it's very logical that China would do this, considering that China has been basically the equivalent of Russia in Asia. Vietnam hates China. Taiwan probably hates China as well. When I went to Vietnam, I actually asked this to people. I still remember when I asked a certain lawyer during dinner, quite frankly, do you hate China? And she just responded, of course, as if it was super obvious. I mean, there are historical reasons for this. There are historical reasons why Vietnam would hate China, as unfortunate as hatred is as an emotion. As Kyiv's top pre-war trade partner, China continues to import Ukrainian grain, sunflower oil, and iron ore. Interesting. Ukraine's top pre-war trade partner, China, So it does have some, or even a lot of leverage when it comes to this whole thing. Officially, China denies providing military assistance to Russia. However, according to the US Department of Defense, Chinese companies, including state owned ones, have sold dual use products, small arms, drones, navigation equipment, and protective gear to the Russian military. The blacklist includes the following Chinese corporations: Alibaba Group Holding Limited, online retail; Xiaomi Corporation, smartphones and other electronic manufacturers; China National Petroleum Corporation, China National Offshore Oil Corporation, China Petrochemical Corporation, three largest national oil companies; Kerui Group, oil and gas equipment; China State Construction Engineering Corporation, China Railway Construction Corporation, Road and Railway Construction. This one's interesting. Railway construction. Railways being pretty major ways in which Russia transports its resources to Ukraine, which is why Ukraine has been blowing up tracks. Comnav Technology Ltd, GNSS, Measurement Technology, Dahua Technology, Hikvision, Video Surveillance, Great Wall Motor, Shandong Odess Industry Co. Ltd, Zhejiang Geely Holding Group, Automobile and ATV, all-terrain vehicle manufacturers. The Project International Sponsors of War is a reputational tool for achieving the integrity of elements of global supply chains and for international businesses to leave Russia. Right, to stop sponsoring the war. This in turn will reduce Russia's financial and technological capacity to kill Ukrainians, says the project's website. I mean, it makes sense. Why are those companies still basically supporting Russia's war machine? To be delisted, the designated company must do one of the following: exit the Russian market or cease doing business with Russia, provide a realistic, achievable exit plan in the short term, along with written and public guarantees to ensure its implementation by a specified date, suspend all business operations in Russia, leaving only a few presence there, for a formal presence there due to difficulties of exit. In December 2023, Ukraine removed the Austrian Raiffeisenbank International from the blacklist, as it was Austria's condition for approving the 12 EU sanction package against Russia. As of now, RBI's status on the blacklist is suspended for the period of bilateral consultations involving representatives of the European Commission. The RBI announced its intention to leave Russia following several delays. Postponement could be explained by reluctance to sever long-standing ties with Russia in hopes that the Russo-Ukrainian war will end soon. So basically, some companies stall because they hope business will return to being as usual, and that nothing serious will come from stalling, not cooperating with Russia anymore. That's it. I think we've talked about this topic as much as we can. Whew. Right. Since it seems that the prolonged crash of the OBS plus the dying of the internet has caused nobody to be here, I guess we'll just finish here. Wait, I'll check something else before I go. Is there anything happening here right now? Nope, nothing. So I guess we finished for today. We'll continue tomorrow or something. Good night. Love and solidarity and etc. But since nobody's here, I'm not gonna write it out of sadness. Wait, you're here. Lettuce. Oh my god. Hello, Lettuce. Hello, Lettuce. You're my only viewer. Well, it is unlucky. My OBS crashed. I didn't even notice that it crashed. And then the internet died sometime later for a bit. Which means that nobody's here. Nobody's watching. You're the only watcher, Lettuce. You're my only friend right now. You're my only viewer. Everybody else has left. Even Somiostatic is not here anymore. Oh, you're going to work. Have a nice day. I also am going to work. Have to prepare some stuff. But yes. Good night. Sleep tight. Etc.